don't get the support we need, New Yorkers could be left with a $12 billion bill.
If you have an extra room or suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Our resources are stretched thin.
Yeah, I went out and bought bunk beds. I'm going to tell my son later he's going to have to share his room. I think it would be a great gesture. Let's get the reaction from Cochise County Sheriff Mark Daniels. Sheriff, do you think the way to solve this problem is to tell the people of Massachusetts to bring in an illegal immigrant?
No. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Ainsley and Steve. Let me just say this. This is welcome to the reality of an open border here. And they're sharing what we see every day. It's costing my community millions and millions of dollars. When it's under public safety, national security, or humanitarian. But what amazes me, we've been sounding the alarm here on the border for some time, and the federal government's not coming to help us. I can promise you that, or many other sheriffs on the border. But when you have mayors who've turned the green light on, said, come to us, we have plethora of resources, which they do compared to us, that they're dropping millions of dollars in these communities to help them, which is not solving the issue, Brian. That is to secure the border.
What's going on, everyone? Stocks here today. I'm kind of be breaking down what's been going on with the border crisis, right? And the border security thing is it's an interesting idea for me, as coming from someone who was born from immigrant parents. Now, my parents waited, I think my dad waited 20 years to immigrate to the United States legally. My mom, I think, was maybe 25 years. I forget their timeline. But all I know is my parents came here through the front door, right? Legally, right? When they only crossed over once their papers was approved by the United States. I forgot who they immigrated under. I believe it was under Bill Clinton when my parents immigrated over here. And I always had I try to take a nuanced position when it comes to immigration, right? But seeing how two sanctuary cities called, I think Boston is one of the other, you saw it in the intro of the video. It was New York and Massachusetts. Yes. The two states both have a fresh appeal for help last week. Now, my thing has always been that if you talk about it, you be about it. So if you come here and you say, hey, we're a sanctuary city, we accept all who come, regardless if they came here legally or illegally, you create an incentive, right? Just own that. So when Arizona, who has less resources than New York and Massachusetts, that I might add, takes you up on that offer and says, hey, yeah, we need help here. And the government ain't looking to help them, especially with Biden. This is how I think. Biden has shown that the agencies that work with him are willing to do things partisanly, like based on politics. So we don't want to help you with the border security issue, especially not Vice President Kamala Harris. So the states have to take it into their own hands. And you may not like what the states decide to do with their own hands. So they decided to ship them where they're wanted. Hey, we're going to take you to a city with better resources than here in Arizona, here in Texas. I don't know if you consider Florida a border state. Let me know your thoughts. If you consider Florida a border state, because Ron DeSantis did some type of thing. Actually, Ron DeSantis started this, if I remember correctly, sending these immigrants to the sanctuary cities where these people say they wanted them, regardless of their status, right? Regardless if they're legal or illegal immigrants. Liberals say we will take them as they come, and now they're sitting here crying for help. When red border states been calling this out for years that, hey, we're a smaller state than average. We don't have the resources to help these migrants or these illegal immigrants. We don't think they should be here because they're breaking the law by crossing over the border unauthorized, right? And we want to send them back where they come from. Liberals cry and say, no, you're not allowed to do that. That's harsh. They're just looking for help. Do you take any homeless person through your door who's looking for help? No, you don't. So why should our country do? Why should a state do? And if a shelter state like New York, California, these liberals, because at the end of the day, liberals can only be liberals from afar. But then when they actually get the problem, they do this. They do the same thing that border states do. Oh, send them back. Martha's Vineyard, right? The rich place in Massachusetts, right? But I digress. Liberal cities and states are continuing to sound the alarm over a surge of migrants into their jurisdiction. Some are going so far as to call on the federal government to declare a state of emergency. Oh, that's nice. Right? Border states that get way more migration than liberal cities. You don't want to help them, but all of a sudden, it's your guys. They feel justified to ask for help. Our resources are stretched thin. What's worse? Helping somebody you know damn well you don't have the ability to help and make their situation even worse, actually worsen the situation. Because let's say I decided, hey, I want to adopt a kid. Let's say this. And my financial situation only allows me to comfortably have 2 kids. And I decided, oh, let me take on a 3rd kid. Am I really helping that kid? Because now that kid's going to come in and he's going to see me get stressed out because now I stretch myself thin. Now he's going to be like, damn, I should have never came here. This is how these illegals going to feel when they go to New York or Massachusetts. Now they're asking citizens to voluntarily give their houses up. Look, I don't expect any sympathy from anyone. That's how I was just raised. That's how my mom raised me. My mom raised me. There's nothing free in this world. That's how she talked to me. So when I see these liberals saying here, "Oh, we're gonna give you free stuff," whatever, my mom's the thing comes in my head where my mom always used to tell me, "There's nothing free in this world, Kenny." So I'm like, okay, what do they expect for this help? Do they expect a vote? Do they expect that, hey, remember this? A Democrat helped you. I don't know. You get me? No one do something for no reason. That's how I was taught. There's always a reason for why someone do something. If it's free, it's because they value something else more than the money. That's all it comes across to me. So when these liberals come here, oh, we care so much about people, I know there's something in it for them. I just don't know what it is. Their claim is to help people, but I'm like, oh, are you really helping people by allowing this stuff? You putting more pressure on your citizens to help with decisions that you made without them. Oh, you decided to be a sanctuary city. You didn't have the voters vote for that, or maybe you did. I don't know. But I'm assuming that the ruling class in New York or in Massachusetts decided, no, we're gonna virtue signal off of this harsh treatment of illegals by red states. We're gonna be sanctuary cities, knowing damn well you far as hell from the border, but you want to virtue signal. And then the border cities like, F it. Let's see if they live up to their words. And with your deeds, you prove that you were full of ish. Especially Martha's Vineyard. That was funny. When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, you guys are not about it. The rich people in Martha's Vineyard, they could have voluntarily gave money and then make a shelter for those migrants. But no. You know, liberals from afar. You only could be liberals from afar, right? Massachusetts Governor Maura Haley, or I would say Haley for now, last week declared a state of emergency due to rapid and unabating increases in numbers of families with children and pregnant women, liberal, many of them newly arrived migrants and refugees living within the state, but without the means to secure safe shelter in our communities. The state currently has more than 20,000 families in its state shelter system and costs more about $45 million a month, right? But migrants ain't people talk about this all the time, how migrants get more special more treatment, more better care than homeless Americans on the street, and that's true. Look at Chicago. Chicago residents are complaining, and all of them look like me, complaining about how you give all these legals all this stuff. You changing schools into shelters. Y'all don't even do that for us. The black people in Chicago says to their mayor Johnson. I already forgot his name. Brandon Johnson, I believe. This is not don't try to make this people, whenever you criticize the migrants, they will say, oh, it's white supremacy talk. I said, no, that's not white supremacy talk. That's American talk. Hey, I'm an American. How you can give an outsider more treatment than me? That's like me taking care of someone else's kids more than I take care of my own kids. My wife is going to give me the side eye. This is what America's doing to the politicians. We giving you the side eye. They're like, why are you taking care of them more than us? Right? Unless you value them more than us. That's the message you're sending black Chicagoans, right? If you're from Chicago, let me know. Hey, these illegals moving in your neighborhood, they make your neighborhood even more dangerous. Allegedly, I hear there's the immigrants there. They like to pick fights with the residents there, and the black people like, hey, look, if y'all don't set these migrants straight, we gonna do it in our own hands. Hey, the rise of vigilantism. But this is what happens when you allow people that you don't vet. You don't know who's coming through there. And all we're saying is that, hey, let's evaluate who comes through there. Now, I don't have no sympathy for illegal immigrants. Sorry. My parents did it the right way. Look, I already told you. My parents, one waited 20 years to get in the state. One waited 25 years to get into the state. Legally. So, I mean, hey, You don't want to wait your turn in line. You want to skip the line. Hey, you deserve to get the consequences. But, Democrats have a bad habit of rewarding bad behavior. And then when they get more of that behavior, they're shocked. Oh, and we just, come. When you don't even have the resources to actually help them.
The goal is to motivate people to do a series of things. We have to create an environment where people are going to be independent on their own, because this is not sustainable. Second, alternate sites. We have witnessed that some people are starting to reach out to family members across the country, family members who are here. They are realizing that there are other ways to become self-sustaining. And think about where we are right now, because this is what I find so amazing about where we are right now. Right now, the way it currently states, you can come to New York from anywhere on the globe. You could come to New York City, and we are supposed to feed, clothe, house you as long as you want. That is just not sustainable. It's not realistic.
These people are going to one of the richest states in the union, right? They got the biggest tax dollars, and look at them struggling. $45 million a month. New York got to pay $12 billion if they don't get no help from the government, and they want everyone else, all the other nations to See, if Biden does help these people, it'll really show he don't really care about the border crisis, right? And it really will show that he is divider in chief, because at the end of the day, all it was just talk, right? Biden talked the talk, but he didn't walk the walk. He said, I want to unite the country. Okay, this is one good way to unite the country. Realizing that, damn, maybe this border thing is a problem. Let me help the states. Let me help New York. Let me help Massachusetts. Let me help Arizona. Let me help Texas. Because now they actually show me it was an issue. Imagine. Democrats, liberals didn't care about the border crisis until you actually make them feel the pressure, right? Because it's easy to criticize somebody for what they did or didn't do when you're not in their position, right? The best way to know a man is to be in his shoes, right? Liberals always talk about you need empathy. Republicans, you need empathy, right? But liberals don't even practice empathy themselves, right? When the Republican states, the red border states, Arizona and Texas were complaining about the migrant crisis, how liberals respond? Did liberals respond with empathy? No, they didn't. Hypocrites, as usual, I said, right? They're very two-faced. Rules for thee, but not for me. Now, when the liberals actually personally experience the migrant crisis, we don't have enough resources, literally saying word for word what the same border states said, and now they get it. I don't think I heard Eric Adams criticize Arizona and Texas anymore, right? If this is what it takes for liberals to understand the plight of other people, hey, have at it. But don't project because end of the day, to me, liberals don't have empathy for real. I think the liberals just use your problems to virtue signal off and make themselves seem more better than what they really are. I think this is what the border crisis or the migration issues have pointed out to me. But hey, what did I know? Just a black man on YouTube. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.